Live here at ICAST 2015, we're in the Okuma booth, and now we are talking about rods. They've got a whole new technology that they're debuting for us here at ICAST 2015, and you're hearing about it first right here at TackleDirect with John Bretza. John, what's happening, man?
That's it.
Tell us about the SCT technology here that Okuma's putting into rods now.
I'll tell you, SCT, this is one of the most exciting things we have in the entire Okuma booth. We talk about Inspire reels being really exciting for reels, but out of everything, this has kind of been my baby. I've been working on this for the last couple years. And SCT stands for Spiral Carbon Technology. And what's unique about it is all the rods in the series, we have 3 different categories. We have one that we call an AT series, which stands for Albacore series. We have standard boat rods, and we have Inshore rods also that have a lot of different versatility. But all the rods in the series, it all starts with the blank. The rod blank, where a lot of saltwater rods will utilize E-glass, so it's a thicker blank, maybe not quite as responsive. These have got really thin diameter blanks. It starts with a 24-ton carbon blank construction, so it's very responsive. You make a thinner diameter, and as you look at the rod, you'll see there's a lot of ribbing in here. When you actually run your hand over here, you can actually feel it. And what's unique about that is that it's over 6,000 strands of carbon fiber. It's interwoven like a dual helix construction. So you can see the way it's woven. It's from the butt of the rod all the way through the tip. So that improves the fact that we can get better lifting power. It improves the hoop strength. It also allows us to make a stronger, lighter rod that's a thinner diameter.
Sure.
And the other advantage there is on most rods, when you feel the blank, they're completely smooth. So after you cook the blank in the building process, you usually have tiny little ribs in there. When you sand those ribs off, you take off 10 to 15% of the strength of the rod, but guys do it for cosmetics. And so with the dual helix pattern on the outside, we can leave that original ribbing inside, which further increases the strength of the rod, and you don't ever see it cosmetically, so nobody even realizes that. And so as we move up the blank, the other technology that we have is in the tip. We have the UFR construction, that unidirectional fiber reinforcement. So in the tip, we have fibers running long ways up the blank instead of spiral wrap, so you get over 3 times the lifting power. So in a light, thin blank diameter, we can get just tremendous pulling power. So within the range of products, like I said, there's 3 categories. The first one, the AT rods, utilize Alps guides with titanium inserts. We also have, on the casting trolling model, have an Alps aluminum reel seat, and these are going to start at a $109 retail. Tremendous value for these rods here. As we go into the regular boat rods, are going to start at $169 retail, and they're going to come with Fuji K guides. So the great thing here is a lot of guys are fishing braided line. You go to cast, sometimes wind, it might wrap along that guide frame. As there's tension on the other side, it's not going to create a knot, it'll pull right off.
Completely anti-foul.
Exactly. On the lighter rods, like the medium heavies, you'll have Fuji reel seats. When you start getting into heavy and extra heavies, you're going to have an Alps reel seat like the rod in your hand.
Really, I mean, right away, it's a really cool looking rod, the way that you brought that technology into it. The other thing is, it sounds like you're getting the 3 key points. You're getting your lightweight, you're extremely sensitive, while maintaining your strength all at the same time. And
as you know, the hardest thing to do is make a rod that's strong and durable, but at the same time lightweight.
Sure.
So we got a couple other things for the guys fishing like private boat. We got a trolling rod, which utilizes Alps rollers, same technology, but we're utilizing 3K woven carbon butt. So when you hook up on a fish, usually an EVA foam grip's going to pinch. It's hard to pull out of the rod holder.
Sure.
This is not going to do that. On all these rods that you're seeing, we also have the grooves. And if you imagine like the tires on your car, we call it slime control. You hook a Barracuda that's a real slimy or something like that.
Yeah.
You grip it, the slime's going to get down in the grooves, so you'll still have good grip on the rod.
Really cool. A lot of thought going into these. I love the carbon fiber slip butt too. Really a good innovation.
So one of the last rods within the boat rod series, this is for the West Coast California guys. These guys that are rail fishing for the cow tuna, the 200, 300 plus pound yellowfin. And what we've done is we've configured XXX and quadruple X rod with the exact same blank technology, but we've gone with the super heavy duty Alps guides with the zirconium inserts, and we've come up with this extremely hard dense EVA, so it's not going to damage the rail on long range boats. and it'll also slide nicely if you get into the corner. So I mean, you feel that it's like hard as a rock. Then it's complemented with a heavy-duty Alp seat. These rods are going to be up, you know, in that $399 price range. And then the last rod we have within this range are going to be our Inshore models. And these are originally targeted for the West Coast guys, but there's application for guys in the Northeast, guys that also want to throw big swim baits. But you'll see split butt configuration, Fuji triggers. This will have the Fuji K-guide, so the braided line, it doesn't wrap up.
Really well.
And these start at a $169 retail. So we're throwing a lot of information out there at you with this spiral carbon technology, but like I told you, you can see we're really excited. We got a really extensive line. And last thing with this is that the guide wrapping is extremely unique. You can see on these big wrappings, probably easier. Where most guys are using regular thread, this is carbon thread to tie into the whole blank concept.
Whoa.
I haven't seen other rods, production rods like that in the market.
I've never seen that before.
So that's just a good way to sum up this whole rod series. Carbon, carbon, carbon.
That's really, really cool. Well, it sounds like Okuma's got something really great here going with the SCT technology. They took that and they made a rod for everyone.
Exactly.
Awesome. John, thanks so much for sharing that with us today. A lot more coming your way from Okuma. This is really, really exciting stuff. SCT technology. Check it out on our website, TackleDirect.com. And if you have any questions on picking out the right rod for you and your application, give us a call. The number's on the screen.